Here we are for day 2 of the bottle digging. It's been a few days since I've been here last. It looks like somebody else has been here and they've moved some of the soil from the top and pushed it down. Looks like there's a few bottles missing as well actually. I think someone's been and took some. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go to the right, this area here, and maybe to the left as well, carry on digging down, see, there's got to be some more stuff here surely, so we'll see. First little spadeful, I've just come across a little friend. Nearly killed it with a spade. Little toad. And if I woke it up, I don't think it's very happy with me. So I'm coming out with a couple of finds already. These are the first ones. So I've got a tablespoons jar. We've got another Simpsons, Wharton Simpsons, and then just a few little sauces. I think that's quite an interesting shape. Get that off there. It's not a bad one, but the hole's only about a foot deep up to now, so we're getting there. Just carry on now. So I've just had out what would have been a nice one if it wasn't broke on the side there. I think it says Thos, Z will, Fi will, We will. What a weird, strange word. And then Blackburn. I think we can see that. It's a shame it's smashed. And then I've just had this one here that says Bromley Cross, John Hamer Brewery. It's quite a nice plain one. So I've just come to find two next to each other there. So we'll go with the first one. It's smashed, but it does have some writing on it. So it says United Cooperative Dairies. So it's an old milk jar. And then we've got, let's clean it off there, Woodward Chemist, London. That's a nice one, solid one. I don't know what the hell that is that's still inside it, but I'll keep it and give it a wash when I get in. So I'm coming out with some really nice ones here now, guys. Ones I've never had before. So we've got a Brill Cream. It's quite an unusual shaped bottle. I've got another Milk and Magnesia, but a small version this time. It's a nice one, it looks even whiter than the last one. And then the last one to show you for now, Shield Hall, SCWS, says that on that side and on that side. It's got a crack at the bottom unfortunately, but I'm still going to have a look at that and research the company, but I'll show you where I'm up to. So I'm about 2 foot deep up to now, getting deeper and wider as I go. Look at that there, guys, just the last remnants of the label, lemonade. It's got it around the bottom as well. It's a nice big one. Still got its stopper in as well. Look at this would have made a lovely bottle if it was full. So it says Howclough Farm, Wharton, which is probably maybe about a mile in that direction. Half a mile possibly. And then it says around the bottom, please rinse and return. I'm going to see if I can find a full one of those, you know, at least a picture. And then it's got it embossed on there as well, rinse and return. That's nice. So just a quick update of where I'm up to and the best find so far. So I'm just going down that bit there in the middle just to see how far stuff actually goes down. So I've not found much, but in one of those spadefuls I just pulled out, the best find of the day, maybe even of the year, which is this little thing, a little green poison bottle with its cork still in. Look at the size of that thing. What a brilliant little piece. I'm going to put that straight into my bag and that'll get cleaned up when I get in. But I'm going to carry on with that hole down there now. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. So I was literally just about to give up with this hole. It's probably about 4.5, 5 foot in the deepest part there. Just to one side at the right, I spotted a little, what I thought was a little bottle, and I just poured a bit of water on it to see if I could get a better image of it. And what a nice, it's not massively old, but such a nice bottle. Stoverts, I think it says. West Bromwich and Warrington, and it's got such a weird screw top, and it's still in. It's like a love heart kind of shape, and the S is all the way around. What a nice bottle that is. I'm going to continue in that bit now. That was a bit of a side of a cup or something. While Lee's just got the camera, I can show you this weird thing. It's got like a pattern and an handle. There is another piece that comes off as well, if anybody knows what that is. What else have we got? Scott's Emulsion. Emulsion's paint, so I don't know why it says that. If there's paint, there's something inside it. And then we've got probably the best label that I've found so far. What does it say? Bass's what?
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Little Alton.
But I'll just like, there's no way to clean it because as soon as you touch it, it just wipes it straight off. But yeah, it's still a nice bit. I'll carry on taking some of these sides out. Bit of a cut. Yeah, a lot of smash cup in there. Look at that one, that's quite nice. Bit of a gold pattern. And then we've got a nice shoe. Keeps crumbling apart. What the heck is that? Oh, a battery, an old battery. That's asbestos, isn't it? I think it might be, you know. It's alright unless you break it anyway. Little paste jar. It's got some writing on that, I think, Dan. Is it? Is there like a little thing? Oh no, it's just it's where the label would have been in it. Yeah. There's one under there. It's coming. It's like a nice. Oh, it's a light bulb. Oh. I thought it was going to be a nice shape on that. Oh, that's just smashed. A lot of iron under there. It's all broke. So I'm just starting to fill the sides in now. I've just come up with my first little marble. Nice little marble. And I'll show you a few other little bits that I've got. I've got another milk and magnesia and another one of those. This seems like it's in better condition though. I might take this instead. What else is there? Got that little thing. Maybe a last tray or something. It's a hole though, which is nice. Got another little bottle with a label on. Oh god, nearly dropped it. Again, too far gone to see what it is, but it's a nice little one. Looks like a little perfume or something, Evan Williams. But yeah, I'm just going to start filling the sides in now. See if there's anything lurking around. I've already started, as you can see, but I'll carry on all the way up. So I'm just starting to fill it in now. There's a couple of interesting bits just to show before I finish filling in and go. So that's a strange bottle. The shape of that. That would have been really nice as a full one. We've got, I think that might be off a bike. Something like that. That kind of shape. I mean, there's a variety of bits and bats that I found around. A couple of bits down there. Got a nice honey one here. Golden crown honey. But yeah, I'm going to take them all home now, give them a clean out, and then I shall show you what I found. Okay, so we're back now, all cleaned up to a certain degree. So where do we start? I think we're going to have to start with the best little one, aren't we? A little poison. I've still left the cork inside, but I pushed it through and cleaned it out. Now I put this onto Reddit because I was struggling to find out what this would have been used for, and somebody came back and said that they believe it would have been used for little arsenic tablets to kill rats or mice or something along those lines, but I think that's probably the best thing I've ever found bottle wise. It's a brilliant little green one. So on to the next one. So we'll start with, there's another one of those California fig syrup, but it seems to have like some iridescence kind of material on it, if you can see that with the camera. It's picking it up. And then I've got two of those little milk magnesia. The other one's in a poor state, to be honest with you. It's very hard to clean it out, but that one's not come out too bad in the end. We'll go on to Cecil wood, and that is a varnish or some kind of wood treatment along those lines. We've got the Cheerio sauce. I couldn't seem to find anything out about this one. It just kept coming up with strange things. It wasn't anything to do with the actual bottle. Got a couple of the tablespoon ones. That's got something white inside it that just will not come out. The cork is stuck in it really badly, but never mind. It's a slightly different shape to that one as well. It seems like it starts off thinner and goes up, but that's those ones. We've got the John Hamer Brewer Bromley Cross. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to pick that up. It's not the deepest embossed like on it. The interesting thing about that one is that he actually started creating things like this in about 1850, 1853, along those lines. In 1951 the company was sold and bought to I believe 2 different companies for the next about 10 years after that. But they supplied a lot of the pubs in the Bolton area, so that's quite an interesting one. We'll go on to this one now. This is a fascinating. The actual bottle isn't that interesting. It's not that old either, but the history behind it is. So it says Shield Hall, SCWS, what stands for Scottish Co-op Wholesale Society. Now the interesting thing about this company is that during World War II they was actually making something in their factory called the Flying Dustbin. Now this was like a mortar shell that they used to fire out of the tanks, and it actually helped on Normandy to destroy a lot of the pillboxes on the beach. And to show how important this company was to the war effort, Montgomery actually visited the factory where they was making the Flying Dustbin, and they actually went on to make around 250,000 of those during the war. And I believe that this is some kind of coffee syrup that was in here originally, but they made coffee syrup, bonbons, sauce, marmalade. It's a company that's based in Glasgow. But yeah, so even though that's got a hole in the bottom, the history behind that company is really fascinating. Put a little poison one. This one I really struggled about finding. It looks like an old one, Crown brand. It's got some kind of, it's like an inside crack or an inside seam inside there. I don't know what's going on with that one. We've got the Brill cream. Now the interesting thing about this is, to me, how in God's name would you get the Brill cream from the bottom? I really don't understand the design behind that. But nevertheless, we've got another co-op. This is an English co-op, I believe, CWS. And then the wholesale lemonade there. What's left of it. That's a big one. And then this one, Batty's Little Hulton. You would have probably remembered seeing that sign. It was in a better condition when I first pulled it out, but I've tried to save it, but as soon as the water touches it, it just seems to disintegrate, unfortunately. But even still, it's a good piece of history for the area, because the factory for this is long gone, and I don't believe that anybody really knows about it, to be honest with you. I'd never heard about it, and I live near the area. Family have never heard about it, but apparently it was quite a big company. A ginger ale, that one. We've got the Woodward's Chemist London. He was quite a famous chemist from what I could find, Woodward. Couldn't find out what was actually in that bottle, but he was a famous chemist for his work. There's I believe it's Stofferts. Stofferts is how you say it. I might be wrong, but yeah, there it is, West Bromwich and Warrington. And the S is all the way around. Really nice, that one. It says it on the top there as well. Good whole bottle. I found another 2 of the Simpson ones. These are just pop bottles, like orange pop or cherry pop, that kind of thing. I This little thing, there's the marble. But this little thing, on first seeing it, I thought maybe some kind of ashtray, but it's actually a ring holder. So you would have put your rings, you know, your rings on there and balanced them on. It's quite an interesting little piece. That's the marble gone. That's just a standard OXO one, but it's been melted, so it's a bit squashed. So I just found it was quite interesting, so I kept that one. And then, last but not least, this other cup thing that I found. Now somebody very helpfully commented on my last video and said that this is willow tree, the theme of it, the design. But this one, you can see where they've printed it on, and it seems like that one's quite straight, and that one's a bit wonky, and that one's a bit wonky as well. But just it is a completely different design from the other one that I found, but still nice. It's in better condition. But I don't think anything's going to top that up to now, the little green poison. But I'm gonna try and go back to that site, because if this is here, then there's definitely got to be more. And then if you remember throughout the video, I found only a small piece of a Howclough Lane jar. I couldn't find anything else about that, but the farm is still there, and they do still sell milk and they sell cream and eggs, so that's quite a nice bit of history that they're still keeping going. But yeah, thanks for watching, and look forward to the next one.